Her voice didn't tremble. Mine didn't exist. The courtroom was cold, brighter than truth deserved. My wife, Zara, stood tall beside her parents, stiff, wealthy, spoiled pillars of judgment, announcing to the judge that my company was failing, embarrassing, worth dissolving and transferring to her family's name for protection. I didn't blink. I watched the soft curve of her lips, the rehearsed confidence. They really thought I would break, that I would beg. After all, I had once been the man eating from their hands, desperate for belonging, desperate for love. Not anymore. The judge skimmed through documents, disinterested, until he saw one line. His eyes paused, focus sharpened. "Wait," he muttered, leaning forward. This is the company that secured the $99 million defense contract last week?" The room froze. Her parents shifted. Zara's smile faltered, small but noticeable. I inhaled slowly, quietly, like a man watching a trap close on those who set it. I had signed the contract just 2 nights ago. No announcement, no celebration. Silence is lethal. The judge looked at me for the first time, direct, assessing. Why did no one mention this? Because they didn't know. Because betrayal tastes better served cold, with silence as the blade. My phone buzzed inside my coat pocket. Then again, and again. I already knew the content before unlocking it. Another message from my daughter-in-law earlier that morning. "If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes." Authority dripping, entitlement thick. So I replied with one word: enjoy. And now, during this courtroom circus, my phone flooded. 71 missed calls. After I uploaded a photo on the family WhatsApp group. A toast beside the infinity pool of my villa overlooking Lake Geneva. Swiss winter sunlight painting everything gold. Power doesn't speak, it shows. I stood silently as everything began to tilt. People don't betray you suddenly. They rot slowly. Quietly. It began with whispers, Zara going out with friends, late returns, the smell of cologne that wasn't mine, her laughter, too light when I questioned nothing, her father hinting I should hand over company shares for safety, her mother saying business isn't for emotional men. I smiled then. Emotion is weakness, silence is strategy. But inside, something shifted. Small, sharp, like glass under skin. One night, her phone lit up while she showered. A name I didn't recognize. I let it ring. Let the vibration echo through bone. I didn't touch the phone. Didn't storm in. No scenes. No accusations. Storms destroy. I preferred erosion. Dinner conversations grew shorter. Her kisses colder. My presence became invisible furniture in my own home. She believed she was winning something I hadn't realized was a game. I started watching. Not obsessively, methodically, like a scientist studying decay. Her parents pushed harder. "You should let us manage finances. You're too trusting. You barely understand high-level deals. You're lucky Zara married you." Lucky? I nodded as if grateful. Inside, steel. I hired no detectives. I moved alone. Phone records, email drafts. Her bank linked to an unfamiliar account. A hotel receipt lost in laundry. A second phone she hid poorly. A voice message of her whispering to someone at 2 a.m., soft, intimate. Not my name. I listened once, then again. Not to feel pain, to memorize the sound of betrayal. I kept routine unchanged. Breakfast together, movie nights, smiles, even sex once a week to maintain illusion. She thought I was dull, distracted, working too hard. She didn't know I'd already secured negotiations with foreign investors. Didn't know I was building a second company abroad. Didn't know I was documenting every financial transfer she made behind my back. Money funneled to her parents' business. I waited. Not days. Months. Let them grow confident. Let deceit think it's safe. Meanwhile, I purchased property in Switzerland. moved assets, restructured the company under a new holding group. Only my signature could finalize contracts, not hers, never hers. The morning she served divorce papers claiming emotional neglect, she smiled like a victor. I simply signed and wished her a good day. She celebrated with champagne that night. I watched from the shadows of knowledge. When lawyers called for asset division, her father demanded majority ownership. He has no capability to run this scale. We'll handle it. I listened. Just a signature, they said. Just transfer control. Zara's lever, yes, I now knew his name, was already planning to take my place in the company. They were sure they'd buried me. I slid one document across the table. Quiet. The $99 million contract confirmation letter. Stamped. Signed. Irrefutable. Her face lost color. Her father reached for water with trembling fingers. Her mother stopped breathing for a full 3 seconds. Zara whispered, voice cracking, You knew?" I always knew. Simple, calm, surgical. She cried then, not from guilt, but from loss. Loss of control, loss of the future she thought she owned, loss of the empire she assumed she'd inherit. Back in court, after the judge questioned everything, I stepped forward for the first time. "Your Honor, I object to the dissolution request. They are unaware of the company's current value because they were never part of its operations." Here, I placed a single USB drive before him, is every financial misappropriation Zara and her parents conducted over the last 8 months. Gasps rippled. Her father stood, shouting. Her mother clutched her chest. Zara's knees buckled slightly as her world inverted. I didn't look at her. I asked that the company remain solely under my ownership. Their attempt to seize it was fraudulent. My voice was ice, controlled, precise. The judge studied me differently now, not as the silent husband, but as a man sharpening truth like a blade. Court adjourned. I walked out without once turning back. In the corridor, she ran after me, mascara streaked, whispers trembling. "Please, we can fix this. I thought you were weak." I paused only long enough to give her the mercy of meaning. You mistook silence for weakness. It was patience. Then I left. Thanksgiving passed without me. While they argued in cramped kitchens about dishes and chores, I drank wine on a balcony overlooking the Alps. Snow fell. Quiet. Pure. My phone buzzed again that night. 71 missed calls. None returned. Family learned too late that the man they mocked now lived where their invitations couldn't reach. I exhaled. Steady. No anger, no victory cheers. Just peace. Cold. Earned. Final. They wanted my empire. Instead, I buried them under the truth. And as the night swallowed the last echo of their voices, I realized I hadn't lost them. I had removed them, like pulling a knife from the wound. Clean, silent, forever.